All right. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Eve Beatty with San Francisco Appeal.
I'm Brock Keeling with SFist.
And thanks for coming to see the second installment of our live, and yet not live if you're watching this later, show that is yet to be named. Untitled. So please comment on either of our sites or in the little comment thing below the video and tell us what we should call this darn thing. We're here today to talk about the bridge because we just can't think about anything else.
No, we were initially going to talk about politics, but no one gets back to me, so no on the politics.
You know, that's totally true. We were going to talk about the election.
Yeah, the election.
And then we were going to talk about Halloween. And then this happened last night.
Yeah.
And we were IMing and we were like, screw that stuff. Let's talk about the bridge. It's way more exciting.
And it is exciting. It's sad, but it's also very exciting.
So I know for me, I went out to dinner and I was in the car on the way home and I had opened the laptop while Tim was driving. This is a nerdy story. And I saw, the stuff happening on the internet. And I think I was
Where'd you first see it? Where did I first see it?
This is funny. How I found out about it is I got the media alert from Judson True, the MTA spokesperson, and it said the Treasure Island 108 bus isn't running due to the Bay Bridge closure. And I thought, Bay Bridge closure? And so I just, I looked on Bay City News, which is the newswire we have, and it said that, and I was like, I was swearing, and in surprise, not like I cared. I totally care. And Tim was like, whoa, what? And I'm like, seriously, like a cable snapped on the Bay Bridge.
And the image was awesome, too.
Oh, yeah, the image was awesome. That tweet pic from that guy,
really
the tweet pic heard around the world.
Yeah, it's at 50K now. So.
Oh, yeah. It's a great picture because it's like the cable snap. What were you doing? Why were you at home?
I wasn't at home. Actually, I just finished with work, and I went over to Orson to get a few drinks. I had 2 drinks.
Orson, we'd be happy to have you as a sponsor, incidentally, for this video. Elizabeth, we love you, and we have the same vet. The same? Please continue.
She likes me. But anyway, I was there.
She's got it like
so I was just at the bar and I was drinking, and I turned on my iPhone, my internet phone, and
we'd love to have you as a sponsor.
I went onto Twitter, and it was Action News SF had, as far as I know, the first information about it that I saw. So then I ran home.
Who is Action News SF? I am fascinated
I don't know.
by that. That is something we need to figure out.
There's like several Action
We need to have them
News
on this show.
and SF Haps.
Yeah.
We don't know who you people are.
Yeah, we would like to know. Email us. Call us.
Anyway, so that's how I found out. And then I live right next to the bridge, the Bay Bridge, and it was just quiet for it's still quiet. It's awesome. It's beautiful right now. It's like a paradise in Soma. Sorry.
I look forward to the Streets blog post about how Soma's nice again. Like they had that one over Labor Day where it's like, it's so nice in Soma, and the business people love it. Really?
It's really nice. So.
Yeah.
That's how I heard about it, and now it's just taken off. So.
How late were you up last night updating?
Midnight.
Yeah.
Well, I was updating till like 11, and then I went to bed at midnight.
I was like updating, and then I felt like sort of jazzed, and so I had a hard time falling asleep.
Yeah.
And I had nothing.
Because of that? Because of the story?
No, I just felt like excited. Like it's exciting.
Yeah, news stories that last like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It is. And the thing is, so I kept turning on the TV news to see if they were going to break in, and I have a dual tuner TiVo, and so one channel was taping So You Think You Can Dance on Fox, and the other channel was taping Biggest Loser on NBC, and they didn't break in on either of those shows. So did anyone break in? Did you watch TV? Did Crown break in?
No, they just had a little thing at the top of the scroll.
They didn't even have that.
So that was very nice. But no, I mean, everyone knew the bridge was shut down, and so that's how
when you first heard it, did you think, oh, this is like a terrible disaster? Or
no, I underestimated the story completely. I thought, oh, a wire fell down. Because there was some scaffolding or something that hit a car a few months back.
That's right, yeah.
Someone died. But,
oh, that's right.
But the story was over real quickly. Yeah. It was, it's obviously this is much bigger because they've closed the bridge down. Now,
well, maybe we should actually talk about what the story is, since we sort of assume that everyone follows the news as much as we do, but most people aren't nerds.
That's true.
So here's the story. You know most of it, but we'll just, for Kieran's sake, since he doesn't follow the news, we'll do this.
He does
so
not.
I think it was like 5, it was like during rush hour, like 5, I want to say like 5:57, somewhere right around that.
5:45.
5,
yeah.
It was, yeah, something like that. We're obviously very exact. We're online. We don't need to know these things. A cable snapped, and an eye-bar broke, causing these 2 big pieces of steel that weighed about 5,000 pounds to crash onto the bridge.
Right.
You know, blessedly, no one was injured, which is amazing. The only thing that happened is the cable whipped around and hit someone, and they were injured by some glass. And this one car, rental car, being driven by some very nice seeming people from Vancouver, was just like, it looked pretty bad. But hey, you know, it's a rental car. Insurance will work that out.
They weren't hurt, were they? No,
they weren't hurt. The person hit by the glass was the person, and if you've watched any of the TV, you've seen it. There's a big Ryder truck that there's this cable sort of lying on it. It looks very Cloverfield. I think it was the person in the Ryder truck that had some very minor injuries because of the glass. But yeah. I mean, it was incredibly lucky break for people and for Caltrain, I think. So they started pushing people off the bridge, getting them off the bridge any way they could.
Right, and they diverted traffic off of 4th Street and wherever in Oakland. No, I love Oakland. We love Oakland. Yeah. SFist loves the East Bay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, of course. I mean, if we didn't love the East Bay, I think we wouldn't be so eager to figure out how to get there or to get the people who live there here. Right. And, I mean, I do think that that's, I mean, I think we were talking about BART and what BART's done.
BART is they're putting in longer hours, I guess, the trains. Or
I think they're doing longer trains.
Longer trains.
And
more service, more ferry service especially.
More ferry service, but my understanding is that this morning that the ferries were pretty much empty. So that might be a good alternative if you feel like you were too packed in by BART.
Ferries are nice. Ferries are very nice.
Ferries feel so, and you can drink on the ferry. We had a commenter on our site who said, you know, oh, it's so funny because everyone on BART clearly doesn't get BART. I love that when you're like, oh, that nerd doesn't get BART. They don't understand it. And what was he saying? Like, people don't know how to get out the door and all that. So if you're tired of all those dorks who don't understand BART, ride the ferry. Or if you're a dork who doesn't understand BART, boats are way easier and they tell you all the instructions. So.
But the BART website has really good tips on how to ride BART if you've never ridden BART before.
Well, did you see that too? There's like you can take a survey right now on the BART website, and it's like you can get $100 gift certificate or something. So that's pretty hot. Yeah.
I had no idea.
There's a link to it on my website.
Watch this morning. What was
I saw
your
that
MSM of choice.
Fox said that they were starting early at 4. And my dog has diarrhea, so she woke me up right around 4. So I was right there. Okay. Right there, starting at 4. And I thought Fox was doing a pretty impressive job. I didn't watch anyone else though, so I watched Kron later on. But
how was the diarrhea?
She's on a rice diet right now, so it's pretty gnarly.
Well, Kron 4, I always watch Kron 4. For better or for worse.
I watched Kron 4 after 9.
It was great. Daria Folsom was amazing.
Yes.
She had enough pep. But they need to stop doing Skype. They do Skype every morning.
Oh, the Skype thing.
So. From the bridge, so it was a little awkward.
Yeah, well, no, it was like Skype from like some other bridge to show the traffic. And so like somebody was like driving and, oh God, it was killing me. It was killing me. It was like watching YouTube on an old computer or something. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see. Brock Fan. Anyway. Who was that guy? Who are you talking about, Brock Fan? Who was that guy?
The guy who walked past?
Who's that? I don't know. I think it's Brock's houseboy. We're at Brock's house right now. We're not really. We're at Parisoma, and that's us. It's a co-working space south of Market.
He's my rented whore. Yes.
It's a family show. It's not really. So what else do we want to talk about it? What's going to happen next?
Well, right now, I mean, come to Soma. It's great. It's quiet.
Yeah.
But right now it's obviously closed indefinitely. I'm getting different reports on when it will open, either tonight or tomorrow or never.
We're just, hey, you know, why not?
Yeah.
My understanding from that story we were just looking at on CBS is that the feds are coming to look at it because they didn't look at it when there were these repairs that were made over Labor Day weekend, which you all know. Remember when the bridge was closed then? And
so they think that has something to do with it.
They think that has something to do with it. They're also saying, oh, it was windy, which that of course completely freaks me out.
God.
That's not cool. Oh, it's windy. The bridge breaks. What? No, wind is an excuse you use for your laundry. It goes to the neighbor's yard.
But you know, it could. You know, we here in the Bay Area like to finger point, rightfully so.
Oh yeah.
A lot of times, but I mean, it could have been an act of God, so. Or whoever.
Wait, this is ABC? What was it? They were blaming the flood on God. Remember that we talked about this last week? You weren't here, but we talked about it last week.
No. I'm glad you're bringing religion into this.
So one of the outstanding questions seems to be, Brock, why are your facial and hand gestures so exaggerating? Inquiring minds need to know. No, Brock's a homosexual. That's just what he does, I think. Lort?
Is that
Spile? Was it? I don't know. Do a gesture. Oh, so the question is Bart going to run overnight tonight?
No.
Are you sure?
No. I think.
Why not?
I don't think that they're not running overnight. They're just extending hours a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
or am I wrong? I could be wrong.
No. Okay, so the last thing that I heard is that Linton Johnson was saying, well, we lose a lot of money when we run overnight, so if we're going to do that, then Caltrans needs to pay us back.
Okay.
Which I think is interesting, you know, that you like to think of everyone being some big happy family, and it's totally like not.
Oh no, they're all evil. I don't want to move my
hands.
hands.
They're all evil. You heard it from SFist. They're all evil.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you? You don't have to take BART though. Obviously, you don't take BART.
I don't. Well, I don't need to take BART. I live out in the Sunset.
But you do commute.
I commute from the Sunset to
I
the
don't
Mission.
commute.
So the only impact that it had on me is that oh, look at that! Did you like that exaggerated gesture? How is that? Yeah, wax off. But the only thing that sort of was any sort of impact for me was that division was really clear, and that area sort of like going on to Octavia was really clear. That's it. Kieran, I'm just going to ask, since we're live and we're seat of the pants, the little window that was showing us video is black now. Is that a concern?
I'm seeing it here.
Okay, cool. That's all right. As long as you're seeing it here, hopefully.
I don't know.
How will this news affect the vegan community? Says
it will
Laura
destroy the
Spile,
vegan
after
community.
they changed their name to Linux My Dongs, affect the vegan community.
No one cares.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
How will it affect the vegan community? I don't know. I thought all of my understanding was the big tofu manufacturer was in the South Bay, so it doesn't seem like that's an issue, right?
I think Rainbow Groceries is still open.
Yeah, it is definitely still open, because that was the big traffic issue on Division for me, is that it's Rainbow Grocery 20% off Wednesday, and so that was nuts as it usually is.
Oh, really? 20%?
You have to get the coupon. You get the coupon in the phone book.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, so the phone book it's made out of a tree, and sometimes they bring it to your house, and sometimes they don't. And there's a coupon for 20% off every month.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a deal. That is a deal.
So what's your plan in terms of covering it moving forward?
Well, we've already posted pictures, which seems to be a big draw.
I love those pictures. Did you get a lot of good BART pictures? I was curious about that.
Well, I'm going to post, tonight we're going to post BART pictures, hopefully at like 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, showing packed trains. And they can please send your BART pics, crowded BART pics, to editor@sfist.com.
SFIST. To those of you who
SFIST, not SFist.
Somehow don't know.
It's disgusting.
But that's how you spell it.
But it is spelled that way. Yeah. So we're going to post some images of people, hopefully packed and angry and upset on BART. Even some footage, hopefully. So.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
So that's. I mean, if it stays closed until Friday, we'll just keep going with it.
I'll be exhausted.
Flooding the site. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Has anyone? I haven't seen any coverage. Has anyone talked about how this is impacting merchants or? It's got to be impacting productivity, because our traffic's been great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good for us. So
I mean, it's been impacting my productivity in that I've actually done work for once.
You do a lot of work.
Oh, that's so sweet. You work your butt off.
Thank you.
Oh, I love you. So, what do people need to know to equip themselves for the next few days?
You just
assuming that the bridge continues to be closed, which we don't know.
Just like you
when
would.
We know, you'll know.
I think just like Labor Day weekend, and find an alternative route. Suck it up. Sorry.
Telecommute if you can, which of course not everyone can.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good excuse for telecommuting. That's true.
An excellent excuse.
And I work at home, and working at home is great. So.
Yeah. Well,
do it if you can.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. I think we spent our 15 minutes. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Sorry. Oh dear me. Okay. We'll talk about the Oscar Grant question next time. Linux My Dongs. But that was
we
good.
Are all.
We are
Oscar Grant. Oh God,
Don't say that about that. People should ride BART. So thank you so much for watching. If you have ideas for what to call the show, you can comment, obviously completely anonymously and horrifyingly, on this video thing. You can comment on either of our respective sites where this is posted, or you can email us. We're pretty easy to find. Thanks again for watching. Thank you to VidSF, and thank you to Parasoma for hosting us. We'll see you next week.